The Waizowl OGM Cloud brings the much-loved Steelseries Sensei shape back to life, and so far it has been a very nice feeling large mouse despite some polling instability problems that I'm gonna talk about more soon. The OGM Cloud is sporting the Pixar 3395 sensor together with the Nordic MCU and is 4K polling compatible. To use the 4K polling rate you need to purchase this separate dongle, which is sad. But the dongle looks nice though. Click latency wise the mouse performs really well, and at 4K polling the click latency is right around 0.77 milliseconds. With 2K polling rate the click latency is 0.87 milliseconds, and with 1K polling it's 0.94 milliseconds. So it stays under 1 milliseconds with all these relevant polling rates, which is a very good result overall. You can also run the mouse with a high performance mode at 1K polling, but it didn't affect the click latency results basically at all. The motion delay is also very good, and at 4K polling it's right around the same as jerrorr's and WL mouse's implementations. With 2K polling the result is minus 0.2 milliseconds, and at 1K polling it's right around the same as the GPX at 0.5 milliseconds more than the control unit. The high performance mode at 1K polling improves the motion delay by a hefty amount, and with that the result is basically the same as the wired control unit and the same as Vaxi's wireless implementation. Then about the stability. Everything seems nice at 1K and 2K polling, but with 4K polling and 1K high performance modes, the stability seems to be kinda all over the place and some pretty wild polling rate fluctuation is visible. I told Waizowl about my findings and hopefully they do some further tuning to their 4K implementation. I've been using the cloud with 2K polling and it has honestly served me very nicely. The shape is basically the Sensei shape, so it's overall a pretty large claw grip focused mouse. I can still claw it with my 17.5 x 10.5 cm hand, but it's on the limit of being too large overall. The back of the mouse fills my palm area very comfortably, and the sides offer a very natural position to put my fingers into. The larger size just makes the mouse a bit clunky for my liking, but that is because I have a fairly short hand. If you have larger hands, I imagine this mouse could be super comfortable for you. Build quality is fantastic on this mouse, and at the weight of 59 grams with the largest skates. The only flex I can find is where the side buttons are. The main buttons are very nicely implemented and are sort of recessed inside the shell. They also have no significant sideways wobbling. The coating is honestly one of my favorites to date. It is a very grippy matte coating, maybe slightly rubberized even. It offers me great grip even with dry hands during these cold winter months in Finland. And also, yeah, the skates are pretty much the best stock skates around and are basically Corbat tier skates. I have swapped to the larger skates included in the box because I opened this mouse to measure the click latency, but it comes with some smaller skates pre-installed that are pretty nice as well. The buttons are the Huano transparent blue shell pink dots that are pretty much on every new Chinese mouse nowadays, and I don't complain, I like them very much. They have pretty light actuation, minimal pre-travel and springy post-travel. So yeah, overall very nice feeling clicks. Side buttons are something they could improve upon since they have a possibility to go inside the mouse shell. There just seems to be nothing stopping them on the other side of the mouse shell. The scroll wheel is nice, and what I like about it especially is the rounded shape of the rubber ring. It feels very nice to scroll overall. And yeah, overall I think the mouse is super solid, and hopefully they take a look at the 4K implementation to hone it a bit. I also hope that they someday would release a smaller version of this shape, since I have a feeling this more sculpted claw grip shape in a smaller form factor would be more comfortable for me than the Atlantis Mini, for example. The price of this mouse is $99 plus $15 for this 4K dongle, so it basically competes with Lamsu's and Pulsar's price bracket. And the build quality is just as good, if not slightly better than those. So if you are a Steelseries Sensei lover and have been waiting for a refresh, I would say the OGM Cloud from Waizowl is a solid choice for you. But that's it for this review. Thanks for watching and goodbye.